Hello and welcome to rFactor 1, where we are going to be doing an AI-only championship season with a 2005 mod on rFactor 1, obviously. And it's going to be well, it's not going to be all the tracks that were used in the 2005 season. It's going to be an assortment of tracks from different series, and I think it's going to be pretty interesting. So round 1, which is Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez, which is actually back in the F1 calendar this year for Mexico, and then round 2 will be Road America, round 3 will be Indianapolis, the GP circuit from F1, round 4 will be Estoril, round 5 Anderstorp, round 8 Istanbul, round 7 Poznan in Poland, round 8 Spa, round 9 Laguna Seca, round 10 Suzuka, round 11 Leipzig with that Porsche test track I did in another video, and round 12 for the finale at Montreal at the Circuit du Gilles Villeneuve. So let's go ahead and get here to the Mexico Grand Prix. We have the AI set to 50% aggression so they don't wipe each other out every 5 seconds. Damage multiplier will be... I don't want them to lose our front wing every 5 seconds, so 60%. AI strength 120. We'll have a qualifying. It'll be a standing start. And 10 lap race, at least on this track. So let's go ahead and get to the qualifying session. So here we are for qualifying. We can see all the teams here from the 2005 season, minus one Minardi, as I will not be driving, and I'll just go to the monitor once the race starts to see what will happen throughout the season. And we can see all the drivers, and we're going to wait for one to go out, and we'll follow him around for one lap, or his out lap. And then I'll just go ahead and finish the session, and we will see who starts on pole. And that would be a bar Honda of Jenson Button we will be following today around the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez from the 1988 setup, or layout, I forgot to tell you. It reminds me a lot of Monza, which has a lot of very fast straights, very long straights, and then the final corner is very Parabolica-esque. So I'm going to leave this lap for the rest of the time, and I'll let you guys enjoy the driving. And so that was the lap of the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. We're going to go ahead and finish the session, see who qualifies where, which it looks like Juan Pablo Montoya qualifies on pole with a 109.7. Sorry. Nick Heidfeld second, Patrick Friesacher in third for Minardi. Very surprising. Oh god, I'm sorry. Michael Schumacher getting fourth, Ralf Schumacher fifth, Fernando Alonso in 6th, Mark Webber 7th, and Jenson Button rounds out the top, or the points paying positions, in 8th. So let's go ahead and head to the race session, shall we? So here we are for race day at Mexico. Juan Pablo Montoya is on pole, Nick Heidfeld second, and Patrick Freysacher in third. So let's go ahead and see who will win today's race. As we can see, that's Rubens Barrichello just ahead of us, and all the way here in last, effective last, since I'm not racing. But let's go ahead. They get off the line. Man, that Williams gets a really good start. Nick Heidfeld up into first now. And we can see Michael Schumacher putting a move on a Toyota of Ralf Schumacher. So that's Nick Heidfeld first, Juan Pablo Montoya third, and Patrick Freysacher in third after the first corner. I think I said Juan Pablo Montoya's third, but he's second. I'm sorry. Michael Schumacher, and we can see a piece flying, and there goes a bar Honda off the track. Takuma Sato had some kind of issue getting pushed off, but looks like he's back on track. There was what looked like a front wing flying off, so I'm not sure who lost that. It looked very blue, so could be any of these blue cars. As that Toyota gets touched and loses his front wing, Jarno Trulli. But that's not going to help him at all, so this is already a write-off race for him, as he's more than likely going to come into the pits right now. And yes, he does. So that's Jarno Trulli pretty much out of the points contention this race. You can see, Juan Pablo Montoya puts a move on Nick Heidfeld, but Nick Heidfeld comes back and takes first place back. And Patrick Freysacher is actually holding on to third in that Minardi, but actually he just lost it as I said that. So, commentator's curse. As he has a Cosworth engine in the Minardi, I'm pretty sure. So obviously not the fastest. As he's now going to hold on to fourth if he can. So I'm going to go ahead and go over the review of the top points, or the top points paying positions as they run after one full lap, 1.5 laps. Nick Heidfeld first, Juan Pablo Montoya second, Michael Schumacher third, Patrick Freysacher in fourth, Ralf Schumacher fifth, Jenson Button sixth, Giancarlo Fisichella seventh, and Fernando Alonso eighth. As it looked like Alonso's under a threat from a Jordan here, as he pushes him down onto the apron actually and makes him lose out the momentum. So Thiago Mattiero almost takes the position, but he cannot. And Nick Heidfeld gets swamped by not Maldonado, oh dear, Pablo Montoya and Schumacher. So he's down into third. The thing is, with this track, if you're in first, you don't have the slipstream, and the slipstream seems so powerful down that main straight that whoever's in second is going to take the lead no matter what if you get to that main straight. And you want to be in second on that last lap, or the second to last lap. Take the lead, hold it for the rest of the lap, and then hope you cannot get a good enough run out of the Parabolica S corner to take the win. You can see the Renaults here, 7th and 6th, so they've passed Jenson Button, as he's lost out it seems, as looks like Patrick Freysacher is now under threat from these two Renaults, and the bar Honda of Jenson Button. This poor Minardi, he's been falling back this whole race, and he's trying to hold on what he can. But it does not look like it's going to work out here, as, Jenson Button gets into the Renault, and Jenson goes flipping into the infield, or the grass, and that was pretty hairy move he made there. I don't think that was going to work at all. If we watch here again, we can see he dives it up the inside, and there's no room there for him to go, so lucky he didn't flip all the way and get out of the race. But now we can see he's in effective 17th place. I think, well, it's not really last place with Jarno Trulli and Mark Webber in last places. So Mike Schumacher holds the lead now, with Nick Heidfeld second, Juan Pablo Montoya third. So you can just see that they just trade positions after this first straight into the first corner over and over again due to the slipstream. And now Juan Pablo Montoya is making a move on Nick Heidfeld for that second place. But man, once he pulled out of that slipstream, he just hits that wall of air and he cannot go as fast. So you just have to stay in the slipstream as long as possible until you almost touch it and then pull out. And hopefully can hold their speed just long enough. So Patrick Rifactor is able to hold 5th for now after that calamity with Jenson Button in the Renaults. So he's probably breathing a sigh of relief right now. As we can see, there's a Toyota and a Williams ahead fighting it out. So that's Nick Heidfeld and Ralf Schumacher fighting as Michael and Montoya are running away with each other, it would seem. As man, Montoya was all over the back end of Michael Schumacher there. And now coming into the Parabolica S corner. I'm not sure what it's called on this track. And they're coming down. Of course, Montoya is going to take the lead here. There's no doubt. He's going to get the slipstream. He's going to pull out. He's going to go up the inside. Let's see if he can make it last. You can see he stopped closing once he pulled out. And no, he cannot make it stick. He loses the first position, but there are still 4 or 5 laps left. As Patrick Rifactor gets up in the 3rd now, as I'm guessing Ralf and Heidfeld got together, got tangled up with each other trying to pass, and now he's benefited greatly. So it looks like Rifactor's benefiting from others' mistakes. He could be a dark horse to win this race if Montoya and Schumacher come together too eager one lap. I am sorry, I'm having issues, I guess. So we can see Thiago Montier is holding on to 1 place, or 1 point, but Felipe Massa looks to be wanting that position. Sauber with that nice looking 2005 livery, wanting some points here in the Mexican Grand Prix. Oh boy. But of course, with the everyone in the slipstream, he's not going to pass. It's only going to be the people in the front of the pack going to be passed. So you want to make sure whoever you're trying to pass is in the front of the pack and not in the middle of it, because that's almost impossible to pass. So let's check the leaders. Juan Pablo Montoya is now under threat from Patrick Rifactor, actually. Look at this. Patrick is all over his gearbox. He wants that 2nd place. Looks like the Menard is pretty good through these corners here, but just not so much down the straight as well. We can see Heidfeld flying up to him. And Rifactor is actually losing touch with Juan Pablo Montoya now. And it looks like Heidfeld could get a run out of the Parabolica S corner. It's an absolute flat-out corner there. And as they come down the straight, we can see Heidfeld was closing pretty easily. But here comes Rifactor on Pablo Montoya. Can he make it last? Can he make it stick? He has the momentum. He goes down the inside. No, he does not. He holds on. Oh, no! He gets topped by Ralf Schumacher. Wow. And he loses a few positions. That could be a penalty for Ralf Schumacher, as that was avoidable contact. And oh no! Rifactor is now getting hit by Renaults now. He is losing out. He's lost the momentum, and now he's losing out to everyone. Man, he's just trying to get back into line somewhere, as he cannot find a place to get back in line. So he's just losing position after position as he is slotted in ahead of Felipe Massa, who was having a run on Thiago Montiero. So from 3rd for Patrick Rifactor to 8th. That's a terrible result for him. And now Ralf Schumacher's up into 3rd, which it could be just temporary if there are penalties incurred, or penalties put on him for that move. You can see Nick Heidfeld going up the inside. He cannot make a stick, so that's too bad for him. Patrick Friesacker's down into 10th. Oh, no. Yeah, he's battling it out with Kimi Räikkönen, trying to hold on to 9th, and he does. So that's Felipe Massa up into the points now. Let's see. So Williams will have a double points finishing race. That'll be good for them. Nick Heidfeld will get points. More than likely, it's guaranteed. Ralf Schumacher, Juan Pablo Montoya, and Michael Schumacher are still fighting for the win, though. There's less than a lap and a half to go. Once this ticker goes over to lap 9, this will be the final lap, and that's all Michael Montoya, Juan Pablo Montoya has left to do. He has to get past Michael Schumacher here on this last lap, and he has to hold him this whole lap. And as a drag race, we can see Montoya's in the lead now. He takes the lead easily from Michael Schumacher. No issues out of that final corner. He has a great run. And now Juan Pablo Montoya seems set to take the win here, unless Michael Schumacher can get back on him, which it is very unlikely, as there are not very many passing opportunities on this track. It's very single file. Looks like Nick Heidfeld's under threat from the Renault duo, as Renault is actually returning to Formula 1, taking over the Lotus F1 team this year. Well, for next year, I guess, I should say. As, it looks like Patrick Friesacker is getting his fight back on, trying to get Felipe Massa, and he squeezes him to the inside. Felipe Massa has been relegated to 9th, no points for him, and Patrick Friesacker will come home with 1 point if he can hold on. Coming out of the final corner, Juan Pablo Montoya comes to the line with Michael Schumacher hot on his heels, and Juan Pablo Montoya takes the win after 11 minutes and 43 seconds. 4 seconds back, Ralf Schumacher gets 3rd, Nick Heidfeld 4th, Fernando Alonso 5th, and Giancarlo Fisichella 6th. And Chico Montiero 7th, and Patrick Friesacker getting the final points paying position in 8th after having an issue after almost taking 2nd. So that's it for this race. Thank you for joining me. It was an interesting one and an entertaining one, and I hope you guys thought so too. And I will be continuing this. Next round is Road America for the 2nd round of the AI Only Championship season, and I will see you guys then.